everyone, hope you're okay. So today's video and the next part of our algebra topic is to be able to introduce squares. Okay, so we've been looking at describing arrays and expanding and factorising where we've just got something like 3 rows of x plus 5. But what's going to happen now is we're going to start introducing this squared element. Okay, so for today's lesson, what we need to do is we just need to be able to describe the array when it looks like this. Okay, I am going to show you how to draw an array when you're describing it. Okay, but I'm going to go through this, and this is what today's lesson is on. Okay, so what you need to know is obviously that this is our x squared. Okay, the bars are still our x's, and these are our 1s, okay, as they were before. Okay, so first of all, I can write my total straight away without even thinking about it. Okay, so the total for this will be x squared. How many x's have I got altogether? Well, I've got 3, so plus 3x, and then how many 1s? I have 2 of them. Okay, so that's how you would write the total of the array. Okay. Right, the next part then is obviously describing it in the sense that we've done so many rows of something, okay? And how I want you to imagine it, and I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to attach another video and I'm going to show you on MathSpot how to do this as well. But if you imagine you've got your tiles in front of you, okay, and what we need to do is we need to figure out what would have gone on the outside, basically, so that we can fill in this gap here, the square here. Okay, so what I've got is, obviously my diagram's not quite drawn to scale. So I've got this would be my bar, okay, so I could just draw it on, I suppose, couldn't I? So you can see, so I've got a bar of x there, okay, if you imagine it. And this would also be a bar of x, okay? And then here, what I'd have is 2 1s, okay, to make that. And then I have a 1 there, okay? I'm going to show you this, like I say, on MathSpot in a moment, okay? But to describe this then, what I need to do is I need to describe what's here, and I need to describe what's there. So what's in each row, each column, okay? So what I've actually got is I've got x plus 1 rows. So that's going that way. So this is our x plus 1 rows of, and what have I got across the top? I'm hoping you're saying to me x plus 2. Okay? And what that equals is, if we have brackets, it equals the 2 brackets like this. Okay, and then it makes our total. Okay, so let's flip to our MathSpot video so you can see it a little bit better. And I want you to use that when you are doing today's work, so it helps you describe them, so you can actually physically put the tiles around the outside. Okay, so let's go to that one and have a look. So I've made the array that we started with, okay? So I've got x squared plus 3x plus 2, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the bars to fit around the outside of the shape. And basically, they make what we would be describing. So they'd make the x plus 2 and the x plus 1. So how we can describe this array is x plus 1 rows of x plus 2. So you can use this MathSpot program to put the bars around the outside so you're able to describe them. Okay, so the next part we're going to look at is where you've got the rows described to you, okay, and then we've got to figure out what the total would be. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw these out today, okay? So what this means is, so first of all, let's write it out. It means that there are x plus 3 rows of x plus 2, okay? So we need x plus 3 in one and x plus 2 on the other. So if I set it up, okay, so my x plus 3 is going to be going this way, and my x plus 2 is going to be going that way. Okay, so can we imagine what we're going to get? Again, I'm going to show you this on MathSpot, and hopefully you'll be able to see it on there as well. Okay, so what I'd end up with here is, if I just do it roughly, okay, I'd have a square here. And remember, this is my x squared. Okay, what I'd have here is I'd have a row of x, and I'd have another row of x. Okay, this one, I'd have a row of x there, I'd have another row of x, and I'd have another row of x. And what we do down here is we just fill it in, so we make it the same size, and we draw the lines where they would be. And these are our ones. Okay, so this is x, 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 x. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, and then all we need to do is write the total. So what we've got here is we've got an x squared, because it's x by x. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Okay, so let's do the same thing as we did before. We're going to flip to MathSpot, and hopefully you can see that on there as well. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to lay out what we've been told already. So we've been given that it's x plus 3 rows. So here's my x plus 3 of x plus 2. So there's my x and my 2 ones. So now what I need to do is I need to fill in the middle, and it's kind of like a jigsaw. So I've got my x squared. Now I'm going to put in my x's that fit there, and then the x's fit along the bottom as well. And then that little bit there is going to be filled with ones. Okay? So it's like a jigsaw, and you've got to fill it in so there's no gaps. Okay? Oh, I've run out of yellow ones, so I'm going to skip to red ones. We'll just pretend that they're yellow. Okay, so I fill it in. I'm just going to move these slightly across so they're not attached to our diagram, so we don't get confused with them. And what we end up with is what I drew on my other bit of paper. So what I've got is x squared plus the 5 x's plus my 6 ones. So you have a go at using this program to help you answer the questions.